Hi, I'm Julie Fleming. Welcome to the Alzheimer's Caregiver Minute. I was talking with a friend today and I mentioned the cameras that I have in my dad's bedroom so that I can see what's going on in there. And my friend was horrified. And I thought suddenly, there are all kinds of things that you do as an Alzheimer's caregiver that would have been totally unthinkable before and would be unthinkable to anybody who has not been in the situation. The camera is a great example. I installed it probably 2 years ago or so, maybe a little bit longer. And for a long time, I didn't use it. I knew he was in his room when he was in his room. I wasn't worried about what he was doing. And I just had it there because I thought at some point I might need it. And sure enough, actually in June of 2014, my dad had a bad fall. And but for the camera, when he came home, he probably would not have been able to come home. He probably would have had to go to rehab simply because he wasn't safe to be in his room alone. And at the time, he was not at all amenable to having company all the time. So there are things that you'll need to do. And there are two tests that I would suggest for you. Number one is, I think of it as the mirror test. Yes, I felt bad about putting a camera in my dad's bedroom so that I could spy on him, which would have been my past language. But I knew why I was doing it, and I knew what the stakes were. And so I was able to look myself in the mirror and know it was the right thing to do. So that's test number one. Does whatever idea you're thinking of pass the mirror test? And then test number two is find the most logical person you can, the most insightful. Ideally, another caregiver. If you don't have another caregiver, consider maybe a parent, someone who's used to watching out for someone else. And I'll talk about the parenting a child versus parenting a parent distinction down the road sometime. But find a parent and just run the idea by that person. They'll probably have some useful insight for you, but just remember, if they don't, it's different when you're parenting a child versus when you're parenting an adult. So don't let their judgment be the end-all and be-all of your decision. Use the mirror test primarily and use a secondary opinion as a secondary. So that's the tip for today. Be open to the things that you never thought you would, because they may just be the things that make all the difference for you and for your parent. More soon. Bye.